Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah, like it was either Shieldred or the 1/1 soldier token.
Yeah.
So easy
Wait,
pick.
you didn't pick the soldier?
No, we picked Cam. He was fucking dominating us. We got bullied, like the whole table. He played a Traxxer. It was just like, this is a risky hand. I'll play a land tap for a Soul Ring, tap for a Felwar Stone. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, risky. He goes, yeah, and then by turn 2 he has 6 mana, which is like, oh,
Very risky.
yeah, risky. And then
Risky as in he's now a target.
he draws a card and he goes,
I hear something
Okay.
behind me. I knew it. I knew it.
You know, he just had
And my
all this
day has
mana
come.
around. Got to 13 mana, and he goes, yeah, I'll pay 3 for Realm Breaker, and I'll pay 10 to activate it and bring out all the fucking Praetors. And suddenly it was like, we're fucked.
We're in trouble.
Do you think we're all going to die?
Well, Alex gave me a bunch of cards, and I pilfered all of those. If they were black or blue, I put them in my deck.
And if they were white...
You put Zoe's face in your deck.
Wait,
Yeah.
As a
This
joke.
one's good for you.
It's a joke. Domestic
Yeah,
violence is
clip
funny.
it, clip it,
That
clip
one's
it.
also really good for
Clip
you.
before the joke.
All of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took out like maybe 10.
I've checked.
And that's good. Yeah. they're
Do
all
I have
good.
to
Oh, yeah.
discuss with you a
All very
fine
good, very
steed
good.
as well if I pick the spell?
Yes.
Yay! You got a steedy?
Fucking
You
steeds.
won't be able to find a
Yeah, I took out like maybe 10, maybe 11
Yeah,
cards
not how-
and put them in. And it's all like
Oh,
this enter.
So these are so mid.
Oh,
man.
thank you, Dr. Slav Respect, for commenting.
And a whole bunch
I don't know who that guy
some of
is.
This creature.
Seems like a nice guy.
You gain tokens,
prick.
gain that, and I'm like, sorry guys, y'all losing.
Just
life
because he's
slowly.
better than you doesn't mean you got to be
No good
fucking...
bats with
complaining.
fucking...
So do we know it?
What's
All
the
right.
name, Vela?
Okay.
That's me.
So,
I'll test.
as per usual of my, I want to say ADHD brain. I'm not diagnosed ADHD, but I'm pretty sure I have it. As per usual, I left everything to the last minute.
Perfect.
That's all right.
I was writing this up at 11 o'clock last night.
This is facts.
So I may have missed a couple of details, so feel free to correct me.
No,
I'll do so with the page.
it is now canon.
So we stole like a chest of gold. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
We're
and
piloting
then
the ship.
we are all
We're the ones that rescued Belle and that lizard guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that lizard guy is crazy.
I don't know his name.
So anyway, welcome back to the Siadarin Chronicles, episode 13, which is pretty dope. We'll do the disclaimer, we'll get into the theme song, and then we will get into the usual stuff. I'm Cameron, your DM and host. I probably haven't introduced myself for about 5 sessions.
No, you did it last session.
I did it last
Yeah,
session?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, well,
I
good.
feel like you did. I feel like-
And yeah, all right. Disclaimer: this show is recommended for mature audiences and contains, but not limited to, swearing, violence, gore, and sexual references. The aforementioned and drug references. The aforementioned content is likely to offend. We advise you to stop listening to this podcast. All accents, locations, and characters are not based on real people or cultures, and all similarities are completely happenstance. Maybe.
Maybe.
Or feel free to get super offended. That's okay.
Yeah,
you're-
if you want
it's
to get
okay be
offended, it would actually be kind of cool. Blow us up.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're offended, that's okay. You can be offended. It's
Hey,
fine.
cancel us
Nothing
before we
else
get
happens.
big.
Like nothing.
cancel one subscriber?
Cancel once.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the.
Run the risk. Roll your dice. Defy the odds. Don't think twice. As a new day dawns over the tides, your destiny begins to rise to carry you far from your homestead. The world is wider than you knew, growing ever greater in your view. Are you prepared to face the challenge ahead? Drawing near, a whispering fear. With the darkness crawling close, can you tell friends apart from foes? Each trial you overcome will make you strong. The choice is yours alone to make, a chance to
Anything you got?
Now just deal, like you said, now just deal imagination.
Now?
I mean,
That's how we get into
How
it.
much does that go for? I need a hit.
Roller.
Oh yeah, roll.
roll D20. Ooh, yeah, it's good imagination.
Nice.
All right. So,
Fucking both of me.
I'm sorry.
as always, all of our background music is done, stolen by, used.
Okay.
Michael Galfi.
Stolen.
It's all Michael Galfi. If you're on our YouTube, look in the description below. All Michael Galfi's links will be there.
He lets us steal it.
Does amazing work for basically just providing copyright-free music for content creators and that sort of stuff. So if you can, go check him out. And on the website, you can do donations via PayPal, I'm pretty sure. So check that out as well.
Ooh, I don't know.
But yeah, great music if you want to do use it for your own D&D, other podcast, or just games. And then, as always, as well, our theme song is done by Kylie Brielle. Again, if you're watching on our Discord, if you're watching on our YouTube, look in the description below, and you can find all of their links for Fiverr and that sort of stuff as well. Again, does really amazing work. Really enjoyable to work with.
We do have a Discord, but it's not covered by the disclaimer.
The Discord is its own entity. It's racist. It is very racist.
You do not wish to go there. Not
It's
even
run
the,
by Alex.
Not even the music text channel's safe.
Now, if we do end up getting a little bit more followers, that sort of stuff, I would consider making like actually putting roles and stuff into the Nothing But 20s Discord, and then like people could listen on like online. I don't know.
Yeah.
We would have to clear a lot of shit.
We'll figure
We'd have
that
to have
out.
at least
eventually.
like 3 followers for that.
Yeah.
I think we'd need a moderator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So recap of last episode. Last episode, we saw the party engage with the new captain of Nostos's Wind. The group struggled against the threat, all the while trying to save anyone on board, as well as collect anything useful that would give the whereabouts of their friends and family. Oscar managed to enter the room, the captain's quarters, and make a quick escape out the window using Misty Step, only to go plummeting into the water below. Matthias was frightened and sent his homunculus towards the captain, while Ender and Zio looked for some escape. As Oscar climbed back onto the Nostos's Wind, he managed to catch a glimpse of a ship nearby, above them in fact. As he tackled the captain to the floor, fearing for their imminent death, he gawked in amazement as a lizard-folk man appeared out of the shadows, and a short woman clad in armor wielding a scythe descended from the ship above, which appeared to be suspended in mid-air. The shorter woman's face was covered in a mask designed to appear as a skull, while on her breastplate was the same darkened flame that also appeared on Ender's forehead. Forehead.
Foreskin.
Yo, wait.
She's like, hold up.
I haven't checked
Vibe
that
check
yet.
real quick.
It's a hoodie.
It's Ooh, okay.
On her breastplate was the same darkened flame that also appeared on Ender's forehead, the Harbinger's Flame. The two newcomers quickly took control of the situation as beams of light streaked overhead, crashing into the hull of the ship and sending splinters down upon them. They captured the enemy captain and took the party on board. While on board, the party found that they weren't prisoners, but they weren't exactly free to roam either, as they were handled easily into the prison cells below. However, they weren't restrained at any time. Oscar attempted a brief interrogation of the captain, of which little information was found, other than her master was called Master of the Vanguard. The next morning, the party climbed the stairs to the main deck for a safety brief, where they passed what looked to be an iron cage with a glowing white crystal about the size of a wombat, strapped in chains and being concentrated on by a mage. Upon the deck, the party readied themselves to meet the Harbinger of Death herself, which is where we start today's episode.
Just got a quick question.
Yes!
It's the size of a wombat.
Yeah.
Now, we know as Australians what a wombat is, but everyone that follows
do?
us, the size of a wombat is kind of skewed.
That's common knowledge.
Yep.
I didn't think everyone was going to get
It's
this
like
far.
this big.
A wombat's about the yay big, I'm pretty sure.
You're
a
like
little bit
sure.
little
That's
bit
like
smaller.
two-
in the ballpark.
That's
That's
length.
2 wombats at least.
No, that's length, not
Wombat?
width.
I'm pretty sure I've seen wombats at the zoo like that.
Anyway, like I said,
I mean, no, we ride them to
School.
School.
Yeah, it's cool.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is we have a combat wombat, and the whole size is skewed by it.
Yeah, I
Huge.
skewed
It's
it
this
because
big.
I made it go big, small, and
Well, I was going to say like it's kind of the size of like a gym ball, but I felt
what
like
fucking gym ball
I-
is that?
One medicine get that big.
But I feel like a gym ball was like an inappropriate comparison because it's not really like fantasy. The gym is a fantasy to me. But
I mean, so long as the people
I mean,
know,
I
don't know.
what it is.
Gym subscriber at this point.
like a couple of basketballs, like yay big. Anyway,
Okay, now we're just going way up.
Wait, what's
it's on the size of like 2 golf balls that are like that big.
Yeah.
Like if a golf ball was that big, that's how big this crystal would be.
About the size of the fish that I caught last Christmas.
Jesus.
All right. So we'll get some music playing and we'll get some character introductions done.
Get some dice fucking
I'm
rolling.
kind of curious. I got a weird thing I want to confirm.
Always have
So, the people with magic abilities around, obviously, your world, did you take inspiration from something in regards to that?
What's this?
You know how, like, if you have magic abilities, the Empire will take you away? Did you
Yeah.
take inspiration from that something in regards that happened in Australian history?
No, I didn't.
I do not wish to say it on stream just in case if it does offend
the fucking
anyone.
stolen generation.
Okay, well,
So-
you already said
No.
it.
Yeah, I was going to
It's
say,
not.
Australian history, don't want to say it on stream, it's racist.
the stolen generation isn't racist.
It's not racist. It's a sad
Well-
thing, but I just didn't want to bring it up. 'cause
No,
it's like-
Well-
it's not based on the stolen generation.
Talking about it isn't racist, but I think what they did was pretty racist.
Well, yes, what they did
think you're pretty
initially is quote unquote textbook racism.
yeah, it's just like the whole
it's a
time I'm
bad
thinking
thing.
like, dude, you made like the whole concept like around Australian outback, Australian like kind of
Yes.
stuff, and I'm like, no way he did the stolen generation.
No,
There's
I wasn't inspired by the stolen generation.
But you are
Can't
now.
be inspired by that.
I am now. I'm writing it down.
Running into-
Oh no.
Okay, so I'll quickly paint you a picture. So you're standing on the deck of the ship.
Yeah, that's what I get for trying to be funny.
You're standing on the deck of the ship, and you're facing the doors that are leading into the captain's chambers, deeper inside the bulkhead.
the bulkhead.
Okay, someone's done his research.
It's not technically the bulkhead because the bulkhead's below the hull, but anyway.
Okay, buddy.
Need to worry about
I wouldn't be surprised if you start putting like a picture of the ship. Like, so you.
I can put pins in there.
That's what I
I can
fucking
start putting,
mean.
like, and you guys could have like with our old campaign with the fucking line.
Oh,
drawing the fucking.
Don't start.
Does he sell skulls?
Does he sell
Anyway, we're getting off track. You're standing in front of the double doors, which are made of wood but well engraved. Quickly looking around the ship, you've got quite a few splinters, that sort of stuff, and you can see damage on the railings. And from what you remember, this is a little bit of a backtrack. In the hull below, there was also quite a few holes sort of peppered throughout the ship.
Not anymore. I fixed them.
You fixed it.
Yeah, with the hammer, whatever you can find.
On the ship deck, it looks like there's a multitude of different races.
Who's winning?
The one-legged
You
race.
see, there's a multitude of different races. Anything but sort of the heavier races like centaurs and minotaurs, you don't really see them on board. You can see who you've met. I think you've met Blue. You've officially met Blue.
Yeah,
He's on top fighting your homunculus, who's trying to go at his leg.
I picture him, he's got his leg out, and the homunculus is just...
Character.
Looking like that doodle SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh,
Annoying.
you speak like that.
Anyway, man, I'm really tired today.
Stop having fun.
So, all right. You're standing in front of these doors. They're sort of engraved to look almost like some of the great trees from the Great Forest. And yeah, they're not extravagant, but they're very well intricately carved. You're basically standing in front of the door. The guy Did I give you his name? The guy that was looking after you
Harrison.
guys? What was his name?
Harrison.
Harrison.
I
Yeah.
left my book in the car. Okay, I'm gonna have to wing this shit.
Harrison.
Harrison.
Yeah.
Is standing there waiting to let you guys in. And while you're standing there, we'll do our quick character introduction. So just quick brief, what you're looking like, and we'll carry on.
I have some shitty notes, man.
Hi guys.
Last session.
My name is Alex, and I play the character Ender Jurassic. I am currently winging this shit because I did not prepare. I am a male. That is confirmed. I'm a he or him.
Found my ass.
6 foot tall, slim build, slightly tanned. I do apologize what I was wearing. I think, for memory, I was wearing... No, that is not it. But I'm wearing some cool looking clothes. I know that for
A
sure.
Hard Rock Cafe t-shirt.
Yes, Hard Rock Cafe tee.
Got a Nirvana t-shirt on.
Thanks for the memories.
I do know that I have brown elven boots, so that's a big thing, along with a white cloth on my forehead to hide my penis tattoo. Currently, we're on a ship. We're flying. A lot of things happening. I don't know what's going to happen. Are we going to get murdered? Are we going to get thrown overboard? Is this a mutiny of some sort that's going to occur? Will we take a hold of this ship? We'll never know.
Yes to all of them.
Moving on to you, Jack.
Yes to all of them.
Well, interesting. Hello. I am Jack, and I play Zyor, the 6'9", 240 pound of pure meat Leonin. He is fitted with a chain shirt. He's got a shield equipped and is checking out this damn good longsword that he's just received in his scabbard. At the moment...
I forgot to write something up for that. We'll deal with that later.
Okay, no longer happy. Zyor's thoughts are he's never seen such amazing magic or engineering or whatever the hell it is that is piloting this ship. He feels like the group of rebels are trustworthy enough, and he just wants to find his sister and mother, and he's getting anxiously impatient. Anxiously impatient?
Yeah, that works.
Hi, I'm Mitchum, and I play the human bard Oscar Weaving. Oscar he stands painfully less than 6 foot tall. He's 5'11" and 3/4.
Painful.
He has pale cherry red hair that is currently tied back. It's shoulder length long, but it's in a little knot, a little man bun, if you would. He struggles to maintain a poker face. He knows that whatever happens next is going to be crucial to whether or not they can find their family and friends that were taken. But at the same time, he's also really excited. He's on a boat in the fucking air. That is like his childhood dream of flying at one point. It's the coolest thing. That's Oscar at the moment.
Do you think Oscar's like thinking about his ex-girlfriend?
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
So the one where the sailor took her away?
Oh,
He's
no,
now like an even better sailor because he's a flying boat. You reckon he's thinking of that?
that hadn't crossed his mind yet, but you know what? I feel like I can organically include it.
Hi, I'm Daniel, not Dan this week. I play Matthias Turulius Septimus Yasir Aljabar, the winged feral tiefling.
I thought it was winged.
It changes from week to week.
Is that between Dan and Daniel?
Yeah.
With a hard G in there. Winged.
Wingard.
He is a tall, lanky boy. Frazzled hair as usual. Always donning the leather apron, the now hardened leather apron. Followed by his snazzy little tool belt that never leaves him. Pretty disgustingly never leaves him. Like showers with it as well, I reckon.
Mold and stuff.
Yeah. Like it's always damp. No, that's gross. I could pretend, but that's pretty gross. Still chilling with his feather boots, which I think's fucking hilarious.
They've got the feathers in there.
Yeah.
One escapes every now and again.
Just mid-conversation feather.
It's been 30 days.
How are they
They're
doing
caked
that?
with like
Hey,
dirt.
you
and
guys
toes,
have
yeah.
uncomfortable feet. I'm living in style.
You're
Matthias,
totally given Matthias hooves. like some tiefling do.
See, tieflings with hooves, like I know it's like part of, they could be like that. It's just gross to me.
Seriously, I thought it would have behooved you too.
Nah, just get the dogs out, I reckon.
Genetics didn't choose.
Matthias'
you chose
emotions.
the
He's
genetics.
not stressed, but he's still very, very angry towards the blue lizard.
Yeah.
Don't know why. He's just targeted this guy for some reason.
Racist, yeah, straight up.
Most likely.
Hey, he's been around lizard folk before. I've got one lizard folk friend.
Yeah.
I got 3.
I know heaps.
One died though.
That's Matthias.
One died though.
Is that it?
Fred.
Alright. So, you're standing there. Harrison is waiting for you. Harold.
Yeah, Harrison.
Get off my boat.
He sort of looks towards you, puts his hand on the doorknob.
Wait. Is there any sort of like? Is there some sort of etiquette that we need to like? Do we do the? And I do the same bow that we learn over in the Great Forest.
No, you don't need to.
Oh, yeah.
We're a family here, man.
Oh no!
Oh wait.
I hope you're ready for a fast-paced
I ain't ready
environment.
with it.
It was nice to work here. I think I'm just going to go home.
Yeah, we don't deal on bonuses.
No, just be polite, be respectful.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
full of
great.
that.
We already
like,
fucked up.
I am nothing but respectful.
Fair enough.
All right. He opens up the door.
I'll walk in last.
All right. So walking in, you can sort of stand two abreast down the hallway. There are a couple of rooms offshooting the main corridor, and to the left, the right of the ship, but your left-hand side, there is a staircase going down. As you enter into the room, it looks almost very similar to the merchant ship that you had seen. However, there is what appears to be a larger raised map of Siadarin with quite a few flags and pinpoints with names of towns, cities. Some majority of them are around the Great Desert area, where it looks like they might be mapping out stuff.
Can I roll perception to see if our town is flagged?
Ooh.
Nice.
Sure.
Wait, can you even read a map?
No, I cannot.
What is map?
That is cool paper.
Can I try and draw?
Is map or cake?
Purple cake.
Oh,
that's annoying.
no, there's quite a few different sort of flags and that sort of stuff on the map, so you can't really tell for certain if yours is there.
Any specific colors though? I was kind of curious with that.
Oh, is it color coded?
Nice.
There are a couple of colors. There is
Red, white, and blue, baby.
there are red flags. There are green flags.
Hey, okay, that's
And
good.
there are beige flags.
Oh, I don't like those.
Oh no, that's an awful joke.
That's canon now.
Okay.
There's a cannon?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
The yeah, so that's sort of in the main middle sort of area. Everything in this room seems to be sort of either bolted to the floor or chained in some way. There's nothing free flowing. There's no seats that can be moved or anything like that. There is a bed in the far end, and there's no sort of stained glass windows, but there are sort of the wooden shutters. There is a desk with a chair to your right, the room's left. And that's pretty much it. And a standing sort of cupboard that's made onto the wall of the ship itself.
Is there no one else in the room?
At the
Just asking. Yeah.
at the desk, sitting down, and as you, the desk is built out of the wall to face whoever's coming in, and roll a perception check.
Fuck did I do? Oh, my perception is like +0, so it's 3.
Hey, I got a 3 as well.
I mean, just naturally, I could see
We're just
it.
in awe. We're on a flying.
Just
Yeah.
with your mechanical brain, you'd see that there's quite a few. There's a couple of extra chains and hinges on the desk itself. But if you rolled high, I would have told you what it actually probably did. But
Okay.
Interest is peaked.
Can I investigate that?
I just imagine.
Can I think a little harder?
Sorry.
Okay, so the way I'm seeing, I go, okay, there's extra chains. Everything's made into this boat.
Yeah.
Why does it need chains? There's reason to my madness. Can I?
yes, you can
Under
investigate.
the desk.
Where was it? I knew that was gonna. We're walking
Yeah.
up to the captain, right? We're being let in, and then Matthias just goes,
Is that a better roll?
I got 24.
Yeah, that's a better roll.
Just a little bit.
It looks like this desk, as it is facing whoever's coming in through the main entranceway, can be folded down and sort of put into a quick stop barricade.
Wow.
Is it where I was?
I thought it was. Honestly, I was going to like they're chained to the desk because that's a bit weird.
Oh,
to have
no.
chains. But I'm seeing that it can be a barricade.
Yes.
I'm kind of on edge.
Yeah.
I'm edging.
As you enter, it looks like she's writing something down on some paper, which, as you guys enter, she scatters some sand on top of it and begins to roll it up. If you don't know, back in the days when they used to write on paper with obviously ink and quills, they would put sand on it to quickly dry the ink so it wouldn't smudge when they put things away.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
I wonder how long it took him to figure that out.
Probably embarrassingly, probably 1,000 years.
right.
If only there was one way to stop this ink from smudging.
He just gets angry and throws it in the sand and goes, wait, what?
What the fuck?
Means it had to have been someone who lived in it.
Definitely,
near a waterway.
yeah, definitely Matthias is not being subtle about looking under this. He's like on all hands and knees. How does this work? Why is there chains?
The woman herself, you can probably tell that it's the same woman. She's wearing what looks to be somewhat flowy robes of the same dark blue that you saw in the Great Forest with the Lunar Elves. However, it's of a completely different cut. It's sort of a little bit more of a Siadarin type wear, sort of collars, that sort of stuff that you often see come on the ships with the taxmen. So it's a more similar cut to that, but it's a little bit more flowy, kind of like the Lunar Elf garb.
A mix of both. Is there a scythe or a skull mask in the room? Just trying to identify this mysterious woman.
You cannot see the skull mask, but you would be able to see the scythe, which would be hanging up on the wall.
Okay.
The scythe itself is very well made, and it's not like a gardening scythe that you probably would have seen, but it's more of like a war scythe. The blade looks a little bit more straighter and thicker than what a gardening scythe would look like.
Is that the Grim Reaper?
Is that the Grim Reaper?
Thank you.
That is good. That is.
And
It was needed.
the woman herself looks very lunar elf-like from all the lunar elves that you have seen. She has sort of white freckles going over her nose, long black hair that's done in a tight braid. She has a very fine face. Her ears appear longer than most, actually all of the lunar elves that you've seen. They're not like out here, but they're sort of like a bit more out and back than most other lunar elves. The only other person you've seen with long ears is Siadarin. She also has a few sort of fine bells and chains and braided into her hair as well.
Oh.
I get it.
Do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and by the way, it's like 8 o'clock on the 8th of Thermo, 8th of Pyre,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Already got that written down from last session.
Does she have tattoos?
Not that you can visibly see.
She's got tramp stamp confirmed.
She, the only pieces of skin that are showing is sort of her face and neck, as well as her hands.
That's all good. I'm just
So
curious.
she can
I'm
get a
just
job.
She can get a job. Hey.
So
Are they on your hands?
I gotta ask the question because I am Oscar.
Come here often.
Cute.
Is she cute?
She is definitely attractive, but more in a
Out of your league kind of thing.
Perfect. I'm a simp.
like mature
Oh, she beautiful. That's what you're saying.
type way. Yeah.
All
She
right.
probably looks like in regular cycles, she probably only looks like she's around the 28 to 29 cycle age. But obviously with lunar elves, you can never truly guess.
Yeah, just for the record, guys, because Oscar's flaw. Oscar's flaw is he's a sucker for a pretty face. So whenever there is an attractive female, I just want you to know.
Look, we figured this out.
Yeah,
You're a bard.
but-
You don't need to explain
I know,
anything to us.
I know.
We know.
I should
It's
really,
not that I'm a bard. It's
The internet knows. Our follower knows.
I should really.
I'm a sucker for a pretty face, but it's not because I'm a bard. Okay, I am a bard, but it's not because
Just get the spell blind,
Look, I wanna
so he
seduce-
doesn't see him.
Yeah.
Just go like,
No.
"Ah."
It's not about the seduction thing. It's just that he is simp.
A
If
simp.
there is a beautiful character and they go, "Hey, I would really like this to happen," he's gonna fucking try and do it.
Yeah.
Continue.
So, as you walk in, she, like I said, puts some sand on the paper itself, rolls it up and puts it into a little shelf next to her desk. And she claps her hands together and she smiles quite brightly at you all and says, "Ah, my friends, welcome."
That was fast.
I know. I was like, damn, we're already friends. Nice.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes,
Yeah. Thanks for kidnapping us.
I was waiting for that.
still looking.
Do you say that from under the
Yeah, from under the table. Bang.
Yes, no, it was a precarious situation. Wouldn't have liked to have done that. However, my good friend Ender here was in trouble, and I felt like I needed to step in before anything got.
I don't know you, woman.
Bro,
Who are you?
Oscar's immediately like, if this was a cartoon, fire in his eyes glaring.
Yeah, it's just like, ah.
I walk over to Ender and place a hand on his shoulder and I go, "You had a woman this
No,
beautiful
I
in
did
your life?
not
Are you
know
ki-
this
how did you
woman.
keep
I
this
don't
secret?
know this
How did
woman.
I indicate?
You do
to-
know this.
I know, but like, I just go, I still don't know this woman.
Hold up, I'm
officially.
insightful as fuck. I am insightful. But if that smells like a lie to me, I'm gonna keep going with it.
why did you bring us here? What is the purpose?
Well, the purpose of bringing you here was to have a little chat. If you're talking about on the ship itself,
No, and I know you saved us. We could have handled it. Be for real.
Yeah.
okay,
Look, I was busy burning down the ship. What do you want from me?
right.
He got a 17 for insight. So
No.
like,
My passive insight 17.
Oh.
so
Jesus
if that sounds like a lie,
Christ.
I don't know this woman.
Well, you have to roll a deception check.
are you fucking kidding
I have to
me?
challenge it. Like,
trying
it's a
to.
passive. That's just my passive.
Yeah, but he's supposed to roll
Oh,
a
yeah,
deception
yeah.
check.
My deceptions, I'm not even proficient in deception. So you know I'm lying.
Oh, I'm gonna run with that. I'm so running with that. But I'll let this happen first. What happens here will be in the background.
Again, I don't know. I know, but I don't know who you are, and I really, as much as I am curious, again, who are you again? You said you're the harbinger.
Yes, I've somehow gained the name, the Harbinger of Death, Harbinger of Thanatos. You may call me Bell. I am the captain of this ship.
Okay, Bell. Well, as much as how terrifying the god of death sounds, why are we here speaking? Can we leave soon? I'm just
Yes. Well, we were going to have a quick discussion about that.
okay. So I don't like where this is going. You said discussion. What is this? Is this a bad discussion?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Oh, are we in danger? Like, we came from the elves and said you weren't the nicest person.
I don't remember that.
Oh, you've been to the Great Forest, have you?
Oh yeah, man, we had a great time. So
We just
Oh, yeah.
Luna elf guards on.
It appears you've been to the Great Forest.
yeah, like I got changed twice. You know, friends, the wood elves, they don't like us.
Spider climbed over me.
Spiders, yeah, pretty much scared the shit out of us.
the Wood Elves are prickly at best.
Did some drugs and then we ended up here.
Ava was pretty cool though.
Did
we? Yeah, we did.
It was medicinal though. It was medicinal.
Yeah, it was.
It was
grabbed.
Waygate. Drugs.
Way gay.
We just played with
yeah.
our imagination.
They did warn us about the harbinger of death, and you just called yourself that. And are we in danger? Personally, I kind of don't want to fight. I'm pretty tired.
Never should have
fighting.
come here.
First of all, hello Ikej and welcome back.
Hello.
Ikej Natsu. In regards to your danger, you're not in any imminent danger. We are a few thousand feet up, so I guess if you fell off, yes, that would be danger.
Look, I don't take social cues pretty well, but was that a threat?
But I can assure you there is no threat from me or any of my crew.
Okay, cool. Because I just wanted to say, like, I'm all for these plains people. Let's unionize them. I hear they're like really, like, if we get them together, like they told me what you're all about, and I'm all for it. I just want to get that off my chest. Whew, thank you.
Thank you, Matthias.
That's it.
In regards to the elves not liking me, I have a history with some of the elves, which we can discuss later if you would like to go further.
You mentioned that this is just me asking you, the DM.
Yes.
You mentioned that her ears were long like Siadari's.
Yes.
Is there a physical resemblance beyond that?
Sisters.
They do appear similar. Roll a perception check for more.
Is that because they're an elf? They're both elves. They're
Yeah,
similar.
and you're racist.
You're racist.
All elves look the same.
12.
12. I mean, most lunar elves do follow the same, I guess, formula. They all have very similar dark hair, blue eyes, light skin, all that sort of stuff. Other than that, like if you were to put Citaria and Bell next to each other, they could look related, but I mean, Tej could also look like a cousin.
Which would make sense because he was talking to her freely. No, I'll keep that to myself for now.
She looks at each of you, sort of looks up at Xyle. Your head like nearly brushing the ceiling.
Oh, that paints a good picture.
He stoops over like, hi.
Hello.
So, I suppose the next question for you all is, what the hell were you thinking? And two, where would you like to go from here? If there's any information that I can provide for you to help you on your way.
Can we have a map?
Can we have map?
That map, the one that you put away.
I don't have any maps spare other than this map that we have in the center of the room.
Can we scan
Screenshot.
this? Yeah, can we photocopy this? Is there a way? Okay.
I'll get my people on it.
I'll get my fantasy phone out. Nah.
I can actually make one.
You'd probably be able to copy it.
Maybe.
So yeah, at the mention of what were you thinking, Matthias slowly raises his hand and goes, apparently I don't think enough, according to my friends group, but I'm thinking all the time. Now, my idea
person
was
who
to rescue
thinks-
some prisoners.
Yes.
We didn't hear any prisoners on the ship, so we figured let's burn it down. I figured let's burn it down. They didn't want to. I panicked, burned it down.
Well, it was a bold move, nonetheless. I don't think it was properly well thought out.
Yeah.
But it did give us a bit of a signal fire to see where you guys were, which made it a little bit easier.
Were you looking for us?
Not in particular. I would have liked to have kept my distance. However, Ender here.
That's what my dad says.
However, Ender here required some aid, and I don't mean to be impolite to the rest of you, but you were just carried along on the favor.
Damn.
Thank you.
Again,
Convenient. Very convenient.
Hurtful.
just to familiarize ourselves, we've met only once. Is that correct?
Technically twice?
Technically twice? More once. You were more like
She your mum?
no. You were more physical the second time. First time, I don't think it was. Like, it was more your voice.
Yes. Well, I haven't contacted your family in a while. I initially gave that talisman that you're wearing around your neck to your great grandmother.
It's. I didn't even know that. So, again, what does this have to do with me? Why?
Well, ordinarily, and I gave the talisman to your. What was her name again? You did tell me her name.
I did tell you. Do I have to go back?
Got a name.
It's a good name.
You have a
It's a really good name.
for
Look, it's been 3 weeks, all right?
Discord or Facebook? I forgot where I put it.
I think it was Discord.
Discord. Hang on. It is Lena Valish.
That's right.
Lena Val.
I gave Lena the talisman after she somewhat saved a close friend's life.
So wait. So the cause of this thing is is being caused by this, and I pointed out that.
Yes. I can make it go away. Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay, that was my first question because I don't like the sound of what. Actually, I won't mention that. Just erase it from your memory. Either way, I don't like it. I wanted it to go away, and it's just weird, and they're bullying me.
That's not very nice.
Well, we have to. We're his friends.
Also fair. Harden up. Be a man.
Again, that's the main thing. I want to get this away, and I want to go back to where we were to rescue our friends and family because we've got loved ones, and we would like to do what we need to do and get home.
Yes. No, I've from the small amount that I've been able to gather, especially after seeing what happened at Trader's Cove
Where you saw?
Wait, you saw that?
when we met.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So you're telling me
Wait.
you had this boat at Trader's Cove when everything went down?
No, I didn't have.
You were there?
I was not physically. I wasn't physically present.
It's
Magic.
hard. It's hard to explain, Matthias. But like when I said I met her but didn't meet her, it was. How would you explain it? Belle, was it? How would you explain how we connected? I guess.
I entered through a dream.
sus.
Yeah, I'm trying to rack Matthias's brain. Well, Matthias is trying to rack his brain. Kind of like, okay, she was there, but she wasn't there. But when he was sleeping, why was he sleeping when the raid was going on?
It was due to the M word. It was a certain thing.
You can say.
we could say magic.
Can we? Do you
She's
know?
in a flying ship. We're not going to get offended.
We're on a boat in the sky. I think we can say magic.
We do magic.
Not very.
I-
well.
We're recreational magic users.
Could
I
you-
just wanted to confirm this. Is that of any concern to you?
We did this last session.
Again, I just want to clarify with Belle, who I assume you are the captain of this ship.
It is.
She did say it.
Okay.
Could you have helped us?
We are no
then?
friends of the Empire.
Wasn't there?
Yeah, but could she have helped us? Like, could she have like given?
Wait,
us
did you
something?
know
Could
about
you
this
told us
that this would occur at Trader's
in his
Cove?
dream?
I didn't know it was going to occur.
Oh,
at
after. I
Trader's
thought it was
Cove.
like.
But you knew about
I
these
also want to know.
people that are stealing people from other towns.
Yes. God.
So, what is your purpose? Are you just simply scouting them, or are you fighting them?
My main purpose for the last 30 cycles has been to try and quell the plainsman conflicts. And frankly, that's been most of my business. The intruders have been were stealing the plainsmen and their young from their homes long before they started raiding the coastal villages. At the moment, that is my main concern.
So you've been following them for 30 cycles, is that correct?
Roughly, yes.
And do you know anything about who they are, where they come from, or even the main man, the main BBEG of whoever this is? No,
BBC?
BB. Oh, wait.
The British
Broadcasters.
broadcasters.
But yeah, do you have any knowledge that could be of help to us that we know who they are?
I am aware where their main encampment is and their main dig site.
Dig site.
I know that they descended from Dragontooth Ridge some 40, 50 cycles ago.
Okay.
If my mathing that
Yeah.
is correct.
So they've been here this whole time.
They have been very small in number up until relatively recently. In the last 5 cycles, their raids have been getting more and more aggressive as they've started to get closer to the coastline. In the past 2 cycles, they've been raiding coastlines. And just this last spring. Since this last spring is when they've been conducting their raids on larger settlements such as Black Sand and Traders Cove, and a few more to the west.
Well, makes sense. Hit them quick from the waters. Get out.
Yes, they have been landlocked up until now. However, once they started to get a small fleet behind them, they were very quickly unstoppable. As I've said, my duty currently is towards the plainsmen. I couldn't have helped if I would like to.
So, quick question. Not in character.
Yes.
The plains people, are they a race or are they just people from the plains?
People from the plains.
People from the plains.
Cool.
Yes.
I mean-
Zior's family comes from the plains.
Roger.
They're typically not
Fair enough.
like not your immediate family, but
No.
Wait, you didn't tell us?
the plains people are very much like, if you want to compare it to like Chicago back in the day, like go back to the 1900s.
Why would you use an American reference?
Use something
Because
that I can
it
reference.
doesn't really apply here.
Okay.
Like in Chicago, they had like trams and electricity and fucking. They started having motor vehicles and stuff. While at the same time, they still had the Wild West going on. Like the Wild West is kind of like what the plains people are. They're sort of like under their own steam. They're not really governed by the Empire. They technically fall under the Empire's realm, but they're not like actively taxed or recruited or policed.
You definitely could have just said Brisbane and Logan.
Hey, yo.
Logan.
That is so accurate. It's
Yeah.
funny as fuck.
He's not wrong.
He's out of line, but he's right.
He is out of pocket, but he's not wrong.
So yeah, it's kind of like that. So it's kind of like you've got like the clash of the two cultures there.
Okay.
So the plains people are typically less educated. They're typically a little bit more tribal in their society.
They're easy-
However, it's not like they're frowned upon. If they do wish to leave and join the wider society, they are allowed to.
So essentially, these raiders have stolen the younger generation that we didn't reference in this, and raised
Can we stop making this a fucking race thing?
Hey, man,
please?
I'm
and
just
raised
saying.
raised them to be raiders. Essentially, that's what they've done. That's what you're getting at, yeah.
Sure.
I love bringing that
There's
up.
more to it, but at its core, yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Gotcha. I think I know how to unionize the plane.
What do you mean Zai was going to do it? He's technically part plainsman.
Yeah, it was good.
Hey guys, what's happening?
What is up,
It's your boy.
La Familia?
Okay, back into character.
So while they're all talking, particularly when Ender started talking to Belle earlier on, what I wanted to do is ask Harrison for a sheet of paper and maybe some ink because I left all of mine in my bag on the beach way back.
Oh fuck, my beach bag.
So, yeah, I'm gonna try and start copying the map,
Okay.
making note of the major cities, and if there is on the map like a little scale on, this much is this many kilometers or whatever. Just so that way I can try and gauge how long it'll take to go from one major city to another and have that in writing.
And then
the
Oh yeah, and
main
the colors.
the main points you see on the map a small little figurine ship, which you assume is where you guys are. You're roughly northeast, kind of like in the middle currently between Black Sand and where Forge Home is. You can obviously see Grenford positioned all the way up to the right. You do see Traders Cove marked. You see a multitude of different villages that are sort of just marked with letters around your area, probably 20 or more. Just north of Black Sand, it's hard to really judge on the scale of this map as to where exactly you are, but yeah. If the map's probably like this big, probably like 3 or 4 centimeters above where Black Sand was, there is a sort of big red flag saying encampment.
I'll make a note of that in the copy.
Okay.
You can see Dunovan pretty much smack bang in the center of Siadarin, and there is a small model city of it. Not too sure if it's accurate. You've never seen Dunovan, but small model city of it. To the west, you can see a few scattered villages, sort of towns, that sort of stuff up the coastline of the western side of Diodus, which you haven't obviously ventured to, with the capital city being marked as Ikel.
I'll spell that.
E-K-A-L.
E-K-E-A-L or E-K-A-L?
E-K-A-L.
Sweet.
Eckle.
Echo. Equal. Equal.
Wait. No, that's not Old Tongue. A-L-K-E.
A-L-K-E.
Yeah.
So lake.
Like,
Yeah. Bro.
Hey,
I was thinking kale. I'm gonna keep it above
Kale.
50.
Man's hungry.
I was like, who the fuck names a place kale?
so what? Alka?
Alka. Yeah, sounds good.
Yep, you said it. Put shit down.
No, I've made the plans in the background for the city, but I have been struggling for a name for a long time, so that's good as it's probably gonna get.
Echo.
Other than that, you do remark that there is very little to no settlements to the north of the empire, but kind of like in the saddle dip. Between the sort of both tips, there's basically no settlements. Not too sure if you would have read about. Oh, actually, you probably would have read about that in
If the mayor had books like that.
many of your books, because it is well-known history. Actually, is it well-known history? No, it's before the Dark Ages, so no.
What a tease.
Not a tease.
No. You know that it is called the Red Sands. So, while you're copying that, is there anything else you'd like to discuss with Belle?
So what's happening with the prisoner? So are you going to question her? What are you going to do with her?
Well, you guys wanted to bring her along.
Yeah, well, we just thought it would be good to get her
Yeah.
to get our questions answered, but she seems not in the particularly good mood to do so.
Kind of need your help. She's Elven, is she?
Yes.
Not Belle. The prisoner.
Maybe.
No, Belle's Elven.
Fuck.
They aren't.
Sorry.
They're a shadow of elves. They are a possible future, but they're also kind of a past. It's hard to explain.
She mentioned that she's the harbinger of the Great One.
Yes.
Are you the Great One?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, she works for the harbinger of the Great One,
Yes. I know that
and that there's a fight coming.
their grand leader.
Yeah, we were the fight. Hit her with the left, right, good night. Big hole in her chest now. Was that the fight
Belle.
she was talking about?
No. She said that there's.
Maybe she knew Belle was going to come and take her out.
No, I don't think
Good
she
job.
did. I don't think she did.
They continually refer to their lord as the Lord of the Realm. Sometimes Lord of Twilight.
Where are they?
Where are they?
Yeah.
I have not yet seen
Oh.
this Lord of the Realm that is usually spoken by their kind.
So their kind being the past but future.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had the worst X-Men reference pop into my mind.
They appear like elves, but I can tell you in all my cycles, I've never seen any of their kind.
Okay. Can we get more information? But I think we'll need your help.
Yes, we can go and do some interrogation if you wish to find out any more answers that you have. The encampment itself is composed of a large dig site. I know that there are quite a few strong leaders amongst them. I wouldn't dare fly my ship into there. However, if you were to go, I'm sure that's where the majority of your friends and family could be. I have not seen any other encampments or any other prison sites. They usually hold them in black sand before transporting them to the north.
Okay, that kind of puts me at ease to think that there was no one on that boat that I burnt down. Because we did see prisoners in the fortress, and we decided, let's check the boats first. But in hindsight, I guess it was better to go to the fort.
I think we would have died.
What are we talking about?
How far is this encampment / dig site to Dragon Ridge?
To Dragon Ridge,
Yeah.
by flight,
By
by
walk or by march?
by March.
Damn, that's a long time, man.
Yeah, we'll get there by March.
Not even in your calendar, but you'll get there. I would probably say 20 days.
Ugh, I already did one of those walks. I'm good.
I'll just quickly look to my group. It was Dragon Ridge that had an army encampment from the Empire, is that correct?
Oh, shit. That's...
I didn't note that because I didn't think it was valuable.
Yeah.
Because now, if we could possibly get a message and have them made aware of this, they could possibly help in 20 days.
Fuck, we had 20 days.
20 days, I know, but we can possibly scout out the area.
Well, I guess that raises our question, and I look up from copying the map and I look at Belle. Who else knows about this encampment? It can't be kept secret if they've been raiding for this long.
As I've said, they have been mainly raiding the Plains people. The Empire likes to shove that underneath the carpet, so to speak. The Empire, I don't think, has been made aware of the extent of the raids, especially the last couple that have targeted Black Sand as well as Traders Cove. The smaller villages usually are raided by Plains people. It could be passed off as that.
So if we get word to them that they've raided Black Sand and Traders Cove and taken people, would that raise an alarm? Surely to a mass.
Perhaps
Not
for
so
an
much
investigation.
Yeah, not so much an army, but at least word gets to them.
Yeah, I would suppose if you had any authority within the government,
Do you have authority in the government?
I'm wanted to some extent in the government.
Well, that's good. Be nice to be wanted.
A tear just starts going down.
But no, I'm not actively welcome.
So, how would we get a message, like as a civilian, like taxpayers? How do we get the message to our leaders?
You pay taxes?
Not personally. I refuse to pay, but that's another topic to have.
If you wanted the best chance at gaining some attention, you could also try an audience with the Emperor.
How easy is that?
No, there's no way that would happen.
But I'm not too sure how long
We're not
of a
gonna-
wait that will be.
Ooh, that probably won't work.
We'll do
We're
the
just a
same
bunch of
thing what you
kids.
guys did. Just crash the ship.
Just nose first.
No. So I want to, thinking back to what Belle said, where can I drop you off, or whatever she said along those
Yep.
lines. Looking back at the map, I'm going to ask, because no one's asked yet, what do the different colored flags represent?
Is red good?
Yeah,
First doesn't see red flag.
he's colorblind.
Spicy
The
stories is all you see.
the red flags are areas where I believe are hostile. The green flags are relative safety. Beige is some form of danger.
So what was Trader's Cove? What flag did Trader's Cove have?
Trader's Cove is beige.
What? Yeah, I guess I'm a threat.
Empire.
Is it because it's the Empire run?
Because it's been fucking desolated. It could be enemies still around.
Before, there's no enemies around. We made sure they're gone. I can tell you now, it's fucking green because there's 5 people there. But what was it? Yeah.
It was green beforehand.
Okay. But now, because it got raided, and ransacked, and okay.
But Grenford, Deodis are beige.
All right. I feel like. Oh, sorry.
That's based on yourself and the crew, so this ship.
Yes.
Would the beige ones be safe for us being residents
wanted.
of what was once Trader's Cove?
Well, in larger cities, the crime rate is a lot higher. Again, safety is...
Continue, sorry. That's just hilarious.
Safety is up to perspective. Would you be safer in Donovan than you would be in Trader's Cove? Most likely.
Well, yeah, that place didn't get raided by boats.
I have always wanted to see Donovan, but looking at the map, what is the closest... well, actually,
Where are
do the green flags... Oh, we're between Black Sand and Forge Home.
Yes.
Okay.
But do the green flags... I want to note 2 particular things. Firstly, are any of the green flags in and around the Great Forest that we've just exited of, Restofarino?
There is a red flag on the Great Forest.
That makes
Excellent.
sense.
Excellent. Good to know. I'm going to file that away for future reference.
That makes sense.
There
Yeah.
are beige flags, however, on the other 6 Great Forests.
Sweet.
Oh.
So there are 7. Excellent. 7 wonders of the world. Great Forest. The other question was, any of these green flags, are they mostly around like large settlements, small settlements? Are they settlements, or are they just on the map, no other information?
There are a couple of towns to the north of Ackle.
On the western.
On the western side in Deodis, there's a couple of small, what look to be villages or towns up there that are green. There's also 1 or 2 around sort of that same area, but on the Grenford side, on Sierra side. The majority of the settlements down the southern edge of the empire are beige. Black Sand red, the encampment itself red. There's a few tribal sort of villages around the red encampment that are red, and then out from there's a few more beige villages, as well as a couple of tribes close to you and further out from the encampment, sort of like a big ring that are green.
And Donovan was beige.
Donovan was beige, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Forge Home is the closest town or city settlement?
No, you do have quite a few close plainsmen villages that are close to you that are green. Forge Home itself is quite a bit further.
Let's visit the Plains people and get their story.
Get their story.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. I am making a note of what's green within the Empire's borders, because that'll be important. And I guess I'm gonna just suggest out loud. We can't do much on our own with this encampment, and if you're not confident that it would be a good idea to go there, even with the strength that you showed, then we're definitely not ready. And if they're taking people to the encampment, that means that they're using them for prisoners, and if it's a dig site, I imagine they're using them to...
Slaves.
Yeah, slave labor. Sorry, not slave labor, we can't say that.
Can't
We
say
can.
slaves.
Oh, we can? Okay, excellent.
It's a fantasy.
It's a workforce.
I was gonna say involuntary commitment, but yeah, slave labor. So they're definitely going to be kept alive, not so much in good care, but they'll be functional. So I don't think anyone who's taken is in any.
Sometimes a possum can travel where a cassowary cannot.
Well, yeah,
Makes
cassowaries
sense.
can't climb trees.
That makes sense.
I think you're missing the metaphor.
No, I get it.
I miss a lot of things.
From what we've seen, there are 3 main dig sites around the settlement, all digging out what appear to be 3 obelisks, which is where you come in.
Wait, he's an obelisk?
Is he the 4th?
So yeah, like my main question is, how do
That would
I
explain
fix
why he's so
this shit?
thick in the head.
The
So dense.
the people that have been taken there undergo some type of transformation further into their holding. Which I would implore you to seek haste. The prisoners aren't guarded very heavily. They have guards, but usually when they're on larger patrols, going into the woods to chop trees, gain resources, they're under lighter security. The caravans that travel between the encampment and Black Sand are usually more heavily guarded, but not as heavily dangerous as the encampment itself. I wouldn't take the ship down there due to they having light weaponry, which,
Bro, you got heavy cannons.
yes, they're called light crystals.
Oh, like rays of light?
Yes.
Shit. Like my bird. I got one of those. That's a familiar disappointed face.
Matthias was right at home.
Mummy? I wouldn't seek or tell you or advise you to outright assault the encampment. But if you do wish to save your friends and family, I do suggest maybe scouting around, and hopefully, if they are within a work party, you'll be able to relieve them.
So,
I think I got a plan, guys.
does your plan involve going to one of the Plains people villages that are a green flag nearby here?
Not just yet. Low-key, my plan is to take one of those caravans between the camp and Black Sand, you said? Jump one of them and pretend... I was going to say impregnate the guards.
Impregnate the
Impersonate the guards.
Well, I mean, impregnating would work. It's a 9-month plan, but
I'm here for the long game. So impersonate the guards. Like, just take them out, dress in their clothes, become the guards, and, slowly but surely release prisoners.
oh, hey Frank, how's it going?
My only concern with that is there are 4 of us, and Belle just mentioned that they have a heavier presence of guards, not so much as skillful or dangerous, but still the numbers could overwhelm us. There is only 4 of us.
Could, but yeah, we now know how to scout properly and like observe and watch. We're not just stupid idiots that go raid a ship and burn it down within seconds. We're gonna do this smart this time. We've had practice, and plus, you know, Endo over here can just call for the flying ship to get us out.
I don't think I can do that.
I don't think that would be wise either.
Can't we just?
Do you,
Nah.
would the plains people, would they have cause to perhaps join us on rescuing prisoners?
Or,
Any-
or assisting in
Any
any
of
way.
these villages with the green flags?
The Plainsville do hold hatred against these invaders.
Oh yeah, recruit them.
However, they've been broken for so long that I'm not too sure if they would band together and put aside their differences. Would some of them be willing to help? I'm sure. I know of one encampment that was devastated some 5 or 6 cycles ago that would most likely be willing to help scout and
Take out some guards.
Maybe they'd have reason to break out prisoners just like we do.
Yes. My vote, that camp. All in favor? Look, I'm not the leader. I just had a little bit
that's
of...
all my false confidence got.
Yeah, sorry guys.
It was the silence.
The silence killed me. I'm sorry. I'll follow orders.
Oh, Box just joined. You were just here. You didn't even say goodbye.
So sad.
Tears.
But I would like to figure out what you can do with this with me, like how to get rid of it in private, if that is okay.
She stands up and sort of moves towards you, and
Put something even funnier on there, please.
just a big penis. She puts her hand
Slaps
onto
it
your
off.
forehead and sort of just wipes it away.
Oh, how come I couldn't do that? Why is it?
It is my mark for you. It is still present, however, currently not visible.
Okay, will it become visible again, or
It's hard to say. It's been a long time since anyone's used my powers.
Who don't you want to see that? Like, who shouldn't see that mark? Like, if they see it, they'll become instantly hostile from friendly.
that is actually he makes
The
a good
Empire?
point. Like, even though it is a bit of a pain for
the-
it to be on my forehead,
Yeah, because the
what is the
elves
actual
kinda-
risk? Because
Nearly
You
killed us.
would be able to find some friends in some darker places,
Okay.
but for the majority, for the Empire, I would probably say it would do more harm than good.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool, cool.
best
Dark places,
best left
dark
hidden.
places.
Gotcha. But yeah, that doesn't answer my question. How do I get rid of it? All of it. This.
If you would like to get rid of it, you would need to deny my powers.
Okay. If I were to accept your powers, what is the risk of it?
Eternal loyalty.
There is no active risk of accepting the powers in themselves. The powers that do what you will, they won't harm you unless you harm yourself.
Dude, she blew a hole in somebody with lightning. Accept the damn powers. That's dope. Can I have some?
It's like-
Unfortunately, I don't owe you nor your family any favors.
Okay.
Okay.
And I
Oh yeah.
just trying to process real quick. What do I have to do to get these powers?
Mention that you fix the ship and go back.
Oh, yeah, I fixed the ship. I'll fix the ship. Yeah, Matthias is gonna run off and do that.
If
Like, I'll go fix it. I'm on it.
if I accept them now, can I reject them at a later point?
You can certainly try.
Oh dear, that's definitely a threat. You're getting thrown off the boat.
Well,
You've already chosen to accept my powers.
I have.
I asked you if you would like the power to save the ones that you love.
Okay, but like, I mean, I wasn't actually accepting. Like, I thought it was just a.
I didn't write the fine print.
God
I
damn it.
did write the fine print,
Oh,
but
yeah,
Hey,
you
you
didn't
just
read
signed.
it. I didn't read it. That's the thing. Okay, so it's pretty much official what you're trying to say. Like
The powers themselves do come with conditions. There may be things that I need done. Things that I ordinarily can't do within the realm of the Empire. Things that, if you were to be traveling about, may do me some good. That's my only condition.
okay.
Do them without question.
Okay, like I guess I can't get rid of it that easily, so I might as well accept it for now. But so what? You've met my mother before,
No, not your mother.
but my great grandmother,
Lena, yes.
Selena. And what happened to her?
I was traveling down a very dark and twisty road one day with a dying friend after a small skirmish. Lena, much like her daughter, and I think her daughter's daughter, were traveling stores people, traveling merchants, and she was kind enough to save my friend's life.
I see. And I assume once she saved your friend's life, obviously you paid something in return.
I gave her the necklace. She used it until her deathbed, and it's been dormant ever since until it connected with you.
And she was happily to accept the offer that you provided her.
More than happy enough.
How come my mother didn't have the power though?
It was never needed.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll accept it, and then I guess I might hear from you later down the track to see what happens. But yeah, no, I would like to see with my group where we'd like to go right now, because yeah, we've rested up and we'd like to quickly get to the bottom of everything after you've given us all this information. Hopefully start a rebellion of some sort.
Fucking oath, sign me up.
Didn't you leave the room?
No, that's out of character. Like, that's
Okay.
just
He's still looking under the desk.
me being hype as fuck.
Want a break, or do you just make your own character?
Gucci.
Can we turn the fan off? Let's dry my eyes out.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
Drying your eyes out. I'm cold as fuck.
Two birds, man. Two birds.
So-
I just noticed it was like 20 past, so if we went for a 5-minute break, we've only got like half an hour to resume.
I will just
session.
power
Might as
then.
well just power through.
Yeah, that's
Oh, do we have to end by 8? Is that
No.
No,
Well, it's just part of the 2-hour session. I don't want to go.
Fair enough.
Just picture
So-
you
We'll
can
go for
hear-
a quick break afterwards before
Yeah,
the
yeah.
20 for 20s.
So I'm gonna look at Zyle. You're the hunter of the group, and given what Bell has said about those who live in the plains people, how would you go about recruiting them and organizing them if we were to raid a caravan? If the prey was a caravan, how would we do it?
how would the raid go down?
Yeah, how would it go? How would it go? Like, what would be your plan to hit them? Because I'm good with theory, but you've actually hunted
Well,
properly.
you got two options. You got sneaky, silent, or shock and awe. So shock and awe is my favorite. You just set up sort of a roadblock, like some natural thing happened, a tree fell over, yada yada. They have to get out. They have to move it. From there, you jump out of the bushes, bang. Everyone's got a sword at their neck. We steal the caravan. We're good. Silently, you kind of got to get them to slow down, take out the ones on the outside, take out the driver, then take out the people inside.
That sounds easier than the first one.
You think silent? Oof. Man, did you see the ship we were on? Fuck me.
Yeah, no. I think the silence one would be easier because I can help them with that one. The shock and awe is not really my strong suit.
Well, shock and awe is easier to plan out and easier to tell people what to do, but silent is more difficult, more risk. However, the reward is a little better.
What if one of us were to get captured?
Why?
On
Willingly?
Then we lose one person to fight. Are you?
I mean,
no.
we have the magic capabilities to do things inside the camp.
And who's to say
and we do have a way to contact.
Okay. The issue. Well,
I'm
no.
just giving options here. I'm not like forcing
don't-
someone to get kidnapped.
We don't know if contact would work, firstly, because there is magic at play, and there are all kinds of magic that I've seen so far. I didn't know you could shoot lightning from your fucking hands, but that's a thing, and I indicate to Belle. So who's to say that there's not a magic? Who's to say there's not a magic that would prevent the use of other magic? Like, because I don't know if you've seen,
I
but
think-
some of the spells that I've done, I've had to actually say something out loud. I've had to speak to cast them. If I don't speak, they don't cast. So who's to say there's not a magic that would stop me from speaking and then I can't cast?
Seriously, the only magic I've seen you do is flick out a candle and light it back up. So that as much as magic goes, I don't really think that would be the case. I don't think so. I just feel like we just need to figure out some good options while we settle down on land. So obviously speak to the plainsmen, see if they can help us, and then we decide on a plan. Because right now we're just focusing on just us. Well, we should be focusing on who we can recruit, and then we
Literally
utilize that.
what we were just talking
I
about.
know what you guys are on about. You guys were talking about caravan, stealing it, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, first we need to get the approval of the plainsmen, get the acceptance to do what we want to do, and then we can do it.
Literally just said everything I've been saying this whole time.
Again, still, same thing. We just need to land, do our thing, and then it's done.
This is Oscar talking to you, by the way.
Yeah,
like,
I know. Like, that's the thing. That's why I'm getting annoyed. Oscar, it's just like
You can just
Oscar
hear in
pisses
the
me off.
background just wood hit hammering, bang, 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 and just how the fuck did he get an electric saw? Like, what?
So again, when would be the earliest that we could actually land and go on foot? Or how close can you get us to the Plainsman village?
The Plainsman village, I can land you there within the next 5 hours, 3 or 4 hours.
Okay. And is that okay with everyone? Do we wish to do that, or do we wish to move on to something else?
I think that's the going plan.
No, we're going to that town.
Yeah.
We're going to that settlement. We're going to add to our numbers because I'm not confident the four of us can take out an armed caravan.
I
cool.
could.
I'm confident as shit.
Not without sustaining injuries or, possibly death.
Oh, I wouldn't get injured. No.
But yes, we would like
Moving on.
to go to that village if it's going to take 5 hours.
Tyus comes back in. He goes, "You're gonna need a bit more timber. I fixed as much as I could, but I think you're out."
He used just all the timber on this one hole. Just like,
Yeah.
it's good.
He took it off the other side of the wall to put on that stuff in the wall.
I dismantled the other room just to fix the hull of the ship. You didn't need that, right?
We'll sort it out.
So, Belle, is there anything that you could provide us that could help us on our journey? Because currently we're running a little bit light, and our equipment isn't really up to the best of what you currently have.
We don't have much travel equipment within the ship due to the fact of we have a ship to carry things.
Yes.
I'm sure we have a couple of backpacks around and some rations that we can provide you.
That would be great.
Yes.
Other than that, there isn't a whole lot else I can give you. There may be more in the settlement.
That'd be more than enough. Just backpack would be great, and then just some rations, and we can move on our way after that.
I think an introduction so that we're not just complete strangers.
I'll be landing with you.
Okay.
Just all right.
Yeah, otherwise we are total strangers who would stand out because we're in elvish garbs for the majority of us.
This one won't. You won't stand out too much.
I'll fit in.
So, I'm just assuming during the 5-hour flight, I was going to say drive, flight, I'm going to let Belle know, okay, there's I'm not going to let Belle know, I'm going to let first mate or something like that. Some random that's just happened to go past. Just,
Harrison's in the room.
hey, look, if you just convince Belle, back where you picked us up, just on the beach, in the bush, fuck ton of very pricey shit there. I would recommend highly mark it on the map. Just drop back and pick up. There's 4 bags full of great stuff,
There's 5. I had a satchel
Bro.
there too.
and there's a bunch of bags. Pick them all up.
Plus the wombat saddlebags.
Guaranteed.
I know, that's the thing.
Guaranteed. There's something super valuable in there. if you do find it, please let me know because I'm struggling. I don't have any of my shit.
I can just so imagine that huge cassowary at the start of the campaign, just hunting us down. He found us where we are. He's just like,
Picks up the bag. They're close.
they're close.
So yeah, I just want to try and make one gullible sailor, pilot. What are they? Boat in the air? I don't know what to call them.
A Siadarin predator movie, but it's a cassowary instead of a predator.
See what I mean? It's doable. We can do that for like a side quest or some shit.
A one shot if
A
the story
one
starts
shot.
to stagnate.
Sorry,
Survive the
what were you
cassowary.
asking?
I'm just trying to convince some gullible sea mate or air mate.
You can tell he's like nodding along, but he's not writing anything down.
You don't have to write. Okay. Yeah, you got it. All right, I trust you. We'll be back soon. Guy, girl, you. Just walks off.
But yeah, is there anything to eat at all? We've been kind of
Yes, I can organize some breakfast for you all.
Yeah, please.
sky food. Must be great.
Tastes just like regular food.
But at 10,000 feet.
That was perfect time.
Why was that perfectly timed?
Fucking classic.
Jesse.
Holy fucking shit.
Would you like to interrogate whilst you're...
Actually,
We've already
completely
interrogated,
forgot
so
about it, and I'm confident we have a plan.
I'm gonna check my IDO.
Feel free to interrogate. We've interrogated as much as we could with that woman.
Yeah, we're not very good at it.
I'm sure Blue shall, if you don't need her. Blue can handle the interrogation.
Oh yeah, shit. That blue lizard guy, he's pretty cool. Hey, like, wasn't really a fan at the start. Forgot about him. Should I tell my homunculus to stop bullying him?
Do you have a connection to your little clay thing that you brought up?
Yeah, Mud. Yeah,
Is that its name? Mud.
Bro.
it is now. I never really named him because I didn't know what the fuck I made. But I guess he's mine. Yeah, I can call him back.
Is Mud still like? I just want to know. Is there still an active connection, or is Mud like disappeared? Like what is the like? What are the
It is a
books that I don't know?
teleconnected. Is it by sight though? Do you have to be able to
Nah,
see?
it just
that?
has to be within like, 100 and something feet.
Oh, yeah.
And I use my bonus action to order him.
All I can think of is like once Blue's had it up, he's just gonna drop it off the side of the fucking boat.
I mean, sure. Once it goes out of
Kick
range.
the baby! Don't kick the baby!
Because that's something he definitely would have fucking done. If it was hassling him this whole time.
I can just so imagine Matthias screaming. I wonder how the monkey. Ah! Just all you see in the air.
Just as I walk out on the boat, he's just fucking.
It's like that Johnny Depp in fucking Pirates of the Caribbean who he has the fucking like the voodoo doll throws it off, and
yeah.
he's like that's literally what I see Matthias doing.
Okay, so what's the activeness of my homunculus so I can update my character sheet
It is still present
on the boat?
in the ship
Yeah, cool.
where you left it.
Cool.
On Blue's leg.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna be like, okay, cool. I'll just call him back. He probably needs to know the plan too. I've never actually tried to call him back before, so I think I'm just gonna think real hard. Yeah, I think he's coming back. I don't know.
He didn't
as
think
a
hard for
character.
too long.
I don't have to think hard. I'm always thinking hard.
I am hard.
Pause.
Thinking.
Yeah.
Don't strain yourself.
Yeah. After a few seconds, this sloppy mud footprints come walking in. That's it. I'm keeping the noise going while you guys think of shit to do.
Oh, that's funny though.
I think that pretty much wraps up my interest in this room at this point in time.
Can we fast travel to landing
Partial.
if we have
Yeah,
anything?
fast travel. We'll eat, so we know we're not going to have disadvantage.
You do notice that when you leave the room and you look at Blue, he is like pretty much covered in mud.
He's covered in mud and angry.
No, he's not angry. If anything, it looks like like when you play fight with a dog, and it's sort of like biting at you, and you're like on the floor, and you're like, "Arr." It was kind of like that.
Okay. He's very professional. He's covered in mud and just I like
But
it.
yeah, he's no standing there.
It's hilarious.
I'm gonna. I think I have it. I think I do. I'm gonna prestidigitation the mud off Blue as I walk past.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah, that works.
Um,
Oh, that was it. Okay.
You're given breakfast. You underneath the main deck of the ship where the crystal is. It's a bit of a larger area.
New dude.
Eh?
New dude. Same dude.
Same dude. The you do notice now between all the posts within the ship are hammocks that have been put up for the day, and small chain sort of tables can be put down
Such an
for
efficient
seating,
ship.
that sort of stuff. So you're able to find a seat. You can actively watch the mage with the crystal while you're there. But yeah, other than that, you sort of just take time. Packs are given to you. You'll get small day sacks. They're not very comfortable. They're not meant for long traveling, but they can hold a couple. I'll say 3 rations each, and whatever light materials you have.
So I have a couple of scrolls in my possession that I nicked from the captain's desk. Now I had 2 that I stole, but then Ender gave me the merchant logbook, another scroll, a cartography map that he had nicked apparently, and a compass. So these 3 scrolls. During the off time, I don't need to spell a spell slot by doing this because I can cast Identify as a ritual, so I just got to spend a bit more time. And that makes sense because it's my first time using it. I'm going to spend as much time as possible trying to make sure I'm doing it right. What are these 3 scrolls?
So
Fireball.
one of the scroll, if you're just
Fucking
casting
hell.
Identify, none of the scrolls are magical.
Oh, all right. Well, if they're not magical, I'm going to open them.
They burst into flames.
They're,
The ship goes
they're a
down.
mimic. It's like, fuck.
There are 2,000 Dunamis that you crash towards.
Oh my god.
hang on.
Ow, hold on. That was
Who said
way
that?
out of pocket.
Who said that?
No. Listen.
listen to me.
So, what did you say? You've got the captain's log,
Yeah, that was the book
you
I
got
read.
3 scrolls, and then you've got the cartographer map.
Yeah. And then the map I just copied
Oh, yeah.
because the cartography map was the local area, I believe, off memory.
Yeah.
Um,
The scrolls themselves are nothing of importance. Some of them are receipts. Some of them are just order logs, pick up, drop off. One of them, 2 of them just look like regular merchant logs. One of them appears in a different hand and is detailing prisoner movement.
I'm going to read
From
that.
Black Sand to... Actually, no, they won't. I'll say from Trader's Cove to Black Sand and offloaded at Black Sand.
I want to read that.
We'll talk about that later.
We already know what's going to be in that fucking book.
But yeah, no, other than that, most of it's pretty boring. Well, to most people.
Gotcha.
The
losing pages every time I type writing.
So is there anything else you'd like to do in this travel sequence? No. Okay. I might have to cut the episode relatively short,
That's
because
fine.
otherwise we're going to get way into a next part that I probably won't find a good way. But as you are traveling, you notice that the crystal begins to dim, and you actually can tell that the crystal itself isn't white. It's actually a deep dark black, and as the light fades away, you can see sort of the blackened outside with a glowing white core. As it begins to dim like this, you notice that you start to descend. You start to, because you're not used to it, you start to feel that sort of feeling in your guts when you sort of go over a crest.
The giant drop.
Your eyes start popping, your ears start popping, start getting pressure build up in there. You see a few of the other sailors that have come down during their descent are sort of holding onto their noses weirdly. You're not too sure what's going on. But they don't seem to be in as much sort of irritation as you. As you head down, you notice after probably about an hour of descent, the other sailors go up on top, which you probably follow, maybe, or look at the little shutters on the side, and you can see the grandness of the plains above you, and at this height you can sort of see how flat this area is.
Did you say above us?
Sorry, below you. You're
Are we upside
you're above
down?
it.
Are we upside down?
Blasted down.
You're above it. You can sort of see the grand flatness of the plains and the very sporadic trees. You've sort of only been on the border of this before, but there's very little vegetation here other than grass. Below you is a very, very small village. It's much smaller than what Trader's Cove was. You can see maybe one sort of long tent and maybe 5 or 6 smaller tents. You can see a scattering of people around. A large fire in the center of the village. You can see a few small crops, but other than that, it's pretty tiny. A lot of the people you see are starting to gather outside as they see the ship descend. As the ship sort of nears the ground, it stops probably a good 15 feet, to which Bell and some of the other sailors drop rope ladders down for you to climb the rest of the way down. We'll end the episode with you guys at the edge of the Plainspeople village.
Nice.
A little bit shorter of a session, but that's all right.
Definitely
Hey,
got
it's a
all
long
the information.
session, and we're fucking good. We know what we're doing next session.
Yeah, we got all the information. We know what